Did you write your 5 rapid fire questions?
No, I'm just going to go off the top of the dome.
All right. Well, don't take any of mine.
Oh my God, we're back.
Are we?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I'm glad I took a shower today.
I did not. Hence the hat and no headphones. Well, I'm really excited to be back. It's been since last summer that we have done the Keep Wickle Loud podcast, and it's been a busy year.
It has.
It's
on the last episode, we talked about the fact that we were buying a bar.
Oh, we did.
And we still are running said bar.
Yes, we bought the bar.
Waco.
So we bought the bar. We've been running the bar. It's been
all sorts of great events
and
have been put on there.
Okay ones.
Yeah, some okay ones.
We'll let you be the judge. You should come to it. But yeah, it's been a wild kind of, I would say 8 months of just kind of running our own venue, learning the tricks and the
tricks of the trade.
The tricks of the trade. Learning things like people like Valentine's Day
and Harry Potter
and kind of the balancing act of all the lessons learned with that. And so, yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, we just got out of the throes of Valentine's Day in real time here.
I officially hate Valentine's Day. Officially. But I think one thing that, we've really championed still with Keep Wickle Loud, and also Stay Classy is just continuously putting on those different types of events, not only at Stay Classy. We've still done some shows at Brotherwell and Freight in the meantime, and, just kind of really honing in on amplifying the music scene here as much as we can. I think that the music scene has kind of taken on its own life now, which is great.
It really has.
If you really think back to like what our original mission was with Keep Wickle Loud, I think that we've kind of evolved past that now, where now you have these pockets of musicians who are putting on successful shows, and there are shows everywhere now, and especially in the downtown area.
I really wanted to say how cool it was to see that Eddie Droz put on that show at Brotherwell, and it was kind of like a throwback to a Keep Wickle Loud style. It was his own style. I mean, he had Scuba Belly out there throwing gifts to the crowd, like being just that scumbag that he is. And he was the host of the event. It was just so amazing to see an event like that get put on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also at Brotherwell.
I had a lot of fun at that show. And, I was talking with David, who owns Brotherwell, who co-owns Brotherwell. And, he kind of talked about how, doing the show with us kind of let them dip their toes into having shows like that and continuing to have shows like that. And, that's exactly what Waco needs. Waco needs, venue owners who are willing to kind of go out of their own comfort zone. Yeah, take a chance and go out of their comfort zone. I think it's been amazing what has been happening the past 2.5, 3 years.
Yeah. Well, before we bring on our first guest, what was your favorite event so far that we put on at Stay Classy?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Other than my birthday party.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. One of the benefits of being a bar owner is you get to shut down the bar for your birthday, which is a little self-serving, but you know what?
Hey. Just don't do it all the time. Every now and again, treat yourself.
Like once a year, like for my birthday. Other than that, I would definitely say the first Harry Potter event that we did. Yeah. It was really cool to have a bunch of people come to the bar that are just as obsessed as I am, have a really good time. It was absolutely insane. We had a line almost to the door at capacity.
We were not prepared for that.
We were not prepared for that. And that has kind of led us to do Harry Potter trivia once a month, which is every time. It's been great. Yeah. We have another one this week.
That's right.
Another one next month when you probably are seeing this.
Yeah, this week being the week of Valentine's Day.
What about you?
Man, I would probably say that Harry Potter night, the first one, definitely. It was kind of like the first time we saw the bar kind of working at its full capacity.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say that's a cheap answer.
I'm sorry. That was the answer I already had in my head.
It's just like when we order dinner together, you always pick what I pick.
And then just I'll bank a second one. It would be the return of open mic, the masterclass one that we did with Cam KT. And I will say the week of the 21st, we're doing our masterclass open mic again. So it's a monthly thing now, not
every third Monday,
a weekly thing. And I believe we have Ben Atkins. So that's going to be cool. You're probably going to have already been to the event by the time this episode comes out. So feel free to comment.
Just make sure you come every third Monday. Yeah, every third Monday, there's going to be a new artist. And that's kind of the key. Every third Monday, every Monday we have a couple people come in, haven't gotten the news yet. So every third Monday, come in, open mic masterclass. It's definitely a different format. Mm-hmm. It's more of a centers around one main performer who gets several performance slots. And then they are interviewed and, we dive into about who they are and their craft and what they've learned, all while there's still being about 10 open mic slots in between those. Yeah. So it's a whole kind of immersive experience. And I really enjoyed the last one and I'm looking forward to all the future ones that we have.
Well, on that note, let's take a small break and then let's bring on the coveted guest. The one, the only Pirscription. Thanks for coming on for our return episode, bro.
Appreciate y'all. It felt kind of necessary. You know what I mean? It's like you've been there since the beginning. We've done so much stuff together.
Day one.
Literally day one. When he was very mistaken on what Keep Wake Loud meant, which we won't go into.
I mean, whatever.
We can.
You definitely did your job with that logo. You got the word out there with the logo for sure. First time I seen it, I was like, what?
I'm good at a good guerrilla marketing campaign, which we'll go into with you in a second. But if somebody doesn't know who you are, which I really highly doubt, but let's just pretend the person.
It's a big world.
It is a big world. Let's pretend somebody doesn't know who you are. Tell us a little bit about who you are and where you're from.
Man, I'm actually from a little small town outside of Waco called West. It's probably
West, Texas.
West, Texas. We call it the comma. You know what I'm saying? Trojan town. We got about 4,000 people there, so it's pretty small. Waco's the biggest city closest to us, so Waco was the city. We was the town. They was the city. You know what I mean? So I guess growing up at a certain point, very young teenage, we was just like, Waco was the spot. We would just always find our way to Waco, you know what I mean, for miscellaneous reasons, none of them good.
That was me when I went to West. None of them were good.
I understand. I meant Waco was really my first glimpse at seeing being from Texas, we grew up on like tons of independent artists that was doing it. Like we grew up on people like Swisher House and stuff like that like the quality of music sounded like they did it themselves. You know what I mean? Like it was low quality and everybody was on it. It was like, man, we could probably do this. And then like seeing Waco, first time I seen like Hustler E and T Tokens, I'm like, oh, okay, like people are out here, the 254 Street Bosses, a whole bunch of people. I'm like, oh, okay. So it just kind of made me want to just, do what I do, I guess, and just tap in and just try to figure out who is you and what are you doing? What can I do? And how, blah, blah, blah. And I guess I always freestyled at like parties and stuff like that, so rapping was always there, and it just, I don't know, it just kind of was, it's just what I did.
You bought into the lifestyle.
Yeah, I just kind of like found my way in there. I feel like that's my strong point is like networking and talking to people. Like I've always been good at like finding my way in places. Like, man, you can drop. They've like my family will say, man, you can drop me off in any city and I'm gonna be all right. Like I'm gonna figure it out.
I believe that wholeheartedly.
I actually agree with that too.
Yeah. We're gonna pull it off. We're gonna find somebody who I know, or I know somebody that knows this. But like it always works itself out. And if not, good people tend to gravitate towards good people.
Yeah,
so
that's a fact. Waco has been great like that too. I mean, just since the beginning of what we were doing. You helped us gravitate to a lot of people. Like you had your own gravitational pull, and you introduced us to a lot of people.
I think that what's really cool about what you do is you're not afraid. You're definitely not afraid of rejection. You're not afraid of any of those things, because what's the worst thing that somebody's going to say is no, ignore you, don't respond.
Yeah, we're shooting all shots.
All shots are shot with all shots are shot.
Yeah.
Shoot shots.
Nah,
anyway.
I'll take it.
No, but like, I mean, just from the beginning, you reached out to us, made it, and that connection happened. Then you reached out to Lindsay when we did a thing with Lindsay, and then next thing you know, the hip hop doc is happening. The other day you reached out to Fiona regarding South by Southwest. I mean, it's just always like these like moments where you're like, let's make a connection. Here are the reasons why we should connect, why we should collab. These are the benefits. It's a professional. I mean, it's just like it's really smart.
I mean, there's power in numbers, and it's what I'm saying, there's always a bigger picture, and if everything collectively moves further, then everybody that's working hard is going to move further at the same time. So I'm all about that. I'm all about connecting the dots. I feel like there's not much anybody has ever accomplished with one person. It always takes a squad of people.
What do they say? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go in a group. Yeah,
that's actually why humans have evolved as much as they have, is because our ability to want to be together in a group. It's power in numbers, get a lot more done, more brains at the table, more diverse ideas, and
And then a lot of that stuff I just like giving artists opportunities to perform and practice their craft, and bringing people together, like events. I like events. I like throwing events. I like getting the people together and making it happen. There's something about bringing people together and everybody having a good time, and it's all centered around music. It's just it's just a good feeling. So I of course, if you could pick anything to do, you know what I'm saying? Why not pick that?
There's less fun things to do. So
and no, exactly like that. Those are the things that we love to do, and I think that's one of the reasons why we mesh well together, is because just like doing things, and I love when it's centered around music. And there's something about music that no matter what genre you're into, there's something about being around music when people are having a good time and the vibes that are in the air, and just like, maybe it's not something I would listen to on Spotify, and I'm not saying like hip hop. I'm saying more like, even at a super red dirt country, concert. Like, I wouldn't normally pick that on Spotify, but when I'm at a show, it's awesome. Like, I love it. I love that like energy, and makes me want to put on a cowboy hat and learn how to two-step.
Yeah, which live music, see, to me, live music is amazing, and that's one of the things. Like, that's why I like performing with the band Pirscription and Friends. I feel like the live music will take somebody who isn't necessarily a hip-hop fan or doesn't really want to give it that performance listen, because hip-hop performances sometimes can lackluster, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they might not want to give it a chance, but when you got the band behind it, they're for sure going to give it a chance.
You're seeing the guy push the keys, stroke the guitar,
music is
kicking
something
the drum.
Different.
It's like the halftime show that we just watched at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's all these like iconic, 90s, early 2000s, artists. And they had full on bands, and it was, absolutely amazing. If you didn't like it, you're boring.
Yeah.
So like that's kind of what made me want to start throwing events again around here. Was like I used to throw events a long time ago, centered around my birthday. And I would throw a big event once a year. And at that time, it was so hard to throw shows. We were getting taxed on the venues and everything. Like, it didn't really make sense. And then after all those years of not doing a show, I went out to a show at Old Digs, and it was a rock show.
Yeah.
And it was like, I'm not even rock music is, I don't have anything against rock music. It's just not like, I listen to mainly hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And I like, one of my favorite bands is Sublime, but they're still like, got a lot of hip hop in them, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And, but I went to this show, and it was like all the bands, seeing them live, it was just different. I'm like, man, everything from the punk bands, Rat Dragon, all the way up to like the metal bands, like the Sea by the Fallen. It was like, man, like
those guys are so good.
All of it, all of them was just amazing. And I can't even remember who all played that show, but I know that was the show. I watched that show, and I was like, I told him afterwards, I said, hey man, this is a nice spot. I said, you should let me throw something here, because there was people there, but I was like, yeah, if y'all think like, let me get some people here, like I'll get some people here for sure, and that kind of just motivated me, you know what I'm saying, to keep back in. So shout out live music.
Yeah, shout out Old Digs. I wonder if we were at the same show.
We
probably were, because there's
probably were
that same
Diggs
catalyst moment for us.
Yeah, Old Digs was definitely that moment, and we. Rest in peace, Old Digs. I miss it. But, I'm glad we don't have to drive all the way out to Golson. So.
Big facts.
Big facts.
Big facts.
Well, okay, let's talk about what you're working on right now. I mean, you've really done something pretty amazing here very, very recently.
Right now we're pushing the This Is Change EP. Just came out. I've been releasing music mainly mixtape music until a few years ago. Then we switched to original. I've been releasing music 17 years, I guess.
Wow.
And this is my first. This is actually like my debut project. It's actually all original. It's all solo. Like it's not doesn't have any features on it. It's just me. And so I have a whole bunch of stuff in the can, but I just felt like this needed to come first. It really showed a whole lot of growth and everything. So I wanted to put it out there. And man, we put a whole lot into the promotion of this, more so than any project before, and we really learned a lot. And I'm definitely still learning. I got a lot more work to do. We're gonna push it all year. We're not stopping here, but I'm just trying to do the most I can and gain as much knowledge as possible, because I feel like, you know, the more we learn, the better we'll be able to execute it next time. And I feel like we're on to it. We're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out.
You're figuring out the algorithm,
We're
man.
figuring it out, man, piece by piece. You know what I mean?
Because that's all that like record labels do. They just know the algorithm and they know exactly how to push and they know exactly where to push at what time. And that's how they get people. That's how people go viral.
I feel like promotion is slept on in the music world by artists because they don't really understand the full power of it.
Sure.
Like there's not anybody that doesn't promote. There's not anybody
Yeah.
that doesn't have commercials. There's not anybody that doesn't. Everybody promotes. Everybody has to advertise. So if you're just making music and you're dry dropping music, you're only gonna go so far unless you luck out and catch the algorithm. But even still, once you do that, somebody's gonna come back behind it and they're gonna put some organization behind it and they're gonna do it right. Put that promotion, that machine behind it. So with this, we just took a whole different approach. I'm like, not trying to dry drop anything. So this was our first experiment of what we could do. And we did a whole bunch of pre-promotion building up to the drop, and I think that's what landed us on the iTunes charts initially.
What number did you guys top off at?
My guy, he knows all the questions to ask. We hit the highest spot we got. We was on there for 3.5 days, so half a week before we got knocked off, and we made it to number 3
Holy crap.
album on rap hip hop and number 23 album in all genre.
That's so incredible.
Yeah, man. So I appreciate it.
Not many people can say that's happened, man.
No.
We're going to try to do it again. And look at that.
And again.
You've got a formula here. Now you're cooking, man.
Yeah,
you're in the kitchen.
I feel like I put so much into the pre-release to build up to get us there. That was my goal. My goal was like, okay, my goal is to make it onto the iTunes charts. So we achieved that goal. As soon as I hit that goal, and I was like watching everything going on and learning more of how charts work and all this other stuff, I'm like, my goal should have been to stay on the charts for a week. You know what I'm saying? Like that holds a lot more weight in the number world.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So going into it next time, I definitely have there definitely should be, you know, being independent. We don't have a big budget, but we definitely should focus more of our budget on the actual release and that week after, instead of all that pre. And we learned at this time. So, you know, we might deluxe edition or something and rerun it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I know that there's so I just know this through like my brother who has successfully like got onto some really big Spotify playlists before. There is and I do not know the actual method behind it, but I know that there's ways to like submit your music to certain playlists. And then once that gets accepted, I mean, when the people just sit there and hit play, I hit play on indie pop all the time. Yeah. I don't ever really listen to, and then
Her little brother pops into my ears all the time.
But yeah, when I hit play on those things, like it's one of those like that could be life changing too, you know, or you could just get like a lot of listens out of it. But it's the staying power, I think, that really just.
So with the charts that we hit, the iTunes charts, the way that that was our target, because you know, today it takes a lot of streams to equal something. Right. But we targeted sales. So instead of targeting streams, we targeted sales, which means the market for sales these days is way smaller. More people are streaming music than actually buying music. Like
I bought it just for you.
Thank you. So
now we both have the album.
Yeah. So like in doing that, we're people don't understand if you spend that. Well, I think it was $4.99. If you spend the $4.99, that's essentially like you listening the day that comes out and that sale goes through. That's like you listening to that album 1,500 times that day.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like sales are way different. So that was our target, and that's what we went after, and that's how I was confident that we had a good chance of landing there. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the sales behind it. I was doing the thing where we were real guerrilla marketing. We were messaging people, they're messaging back. We're responding with, you know, asking them a question if they blah, 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 and then they respond, and then we send them the link, and then I get a screenshot from them, and then I add them to the list. And so, like, I wasn't even counting people unless I got a screenshot from them. Because, you know, people be capping. People be capping.
Sure.
So, like...
Wait, so you're saying I didn't get into the drawing because I didn't send you a screenshot? Rude. I would have given you $10, man. Of the $4.99, how much do you get to keep?
Probably close to about $4, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, there's always
close
like late fees and stuff like that. Good to know.
For sure. Close to $4. But just the numbers is what was more important to me, being able to jump up on there. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that was that shows something. Lets people know, okay, somebody's out here, they're doing something. And we actually stayed on the Amazon top ranking for like over a month.
Dang.
We were up there for over a month
Wow.
before we finally fell off of that. So shout out Amazon. I don't really know how all the algorithms work, but we was in the pocket this time, man. You know what I mean?
That's incredible.
At least Jeff Bezos is writing you a check this time and not the all. All right, so why don't we take a quick little break?
Okay.
And then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the future and a little bit more of a little fun moment with you.
I think we're going to listen to an ad about that boat that Mike is still trying to sell.
No, I think he sold it.
Did he sell that boat?
I think so.
No. All right. Well, I thought he made a video for it. Whatever. All right. Here's an ad.
All right, so we're back. I don't know why Mike didn't play that boat ad.
Yeah, it's kind of
weird.
Kind of mean.
But I'm really excited to still have Pirscription here with us. Why don't you tell us just a little bit more about what's for the future? So you mentioned that there's going to be a TikTok artist. So you're not done with this promotion. You're ready to. You're. Let's keep
the
going.
machine is still rolling.
Yeah. I'm trying to roll this out all year. We got a whole lot of stuff coming, music videos. We're definitely trying to push Cake on TikTok and other platforms that we feel like will be good for it. So a whole lot of focus going into the EP, going out the rest of the year. So most of my focus is going to that, and the rest of it will be going to the private hip hop brand. We got a whole lot of stuff going on with that, man. We've been doing live music reviews and shooting private sessions, and got more events coming and all kinds of stuff. So if it's not about This Has Changed, or if it's not about the private hip hop, like, we're not answering the phone, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you are on TikTok, meaning like, do you watch TikTok videos? Are you familiar with the artist Emily Deal, I think is her name? So she kind of reminds me of like the female version of you in a different genre completely, in the way that she does her marketing. Same beard. No, she does not have a beard. She's a very attractive woman. But she is like, she is very much like the way she pushes herself. One time she literally got this giant banner. I mean, when I say giant, I mean like probably 30, 40 foot banner, and like hung it off the side of a bridge that just said stream.
I almost
like
did that.
I know,
no
right?
way.
Like,
that's
just
awesome.
like stream this, and like she got in the back of a truck and drove around in like LA traffic, which is really, really slow, and was performing in the back of her truck with a big banner that said like, so she's singing her single, and I mean, you gotta look her up. She's actually really funny, and
There's probably some opportunities to do that with the traffic here.
yeah, but I mean, it was just really funny, like her, like, again, guerrilla style marketing campaign. She would take like mean comments on TikTok and turn them into like fake Rolling Stone covers. So one comment was, because she made a music video which she learned the whole thing backwards, like she performed it in reverse so that she could, and so the comment was, did you just do that entire thing so we had to stare at your ass? And so like that was like the like thing on the Rolling Stone, and she's just like holding her butt. But it was just, she's really funny and very talented, and I think a lot of times people could come off as like, oh, you just seem desperate. It's like, no, she's not desperate. She's just decided this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do. And I think that is admirable. And it's like, yeah, man, manifest your own destiny, you know, like do it.
You got to put the most in. That's the thing. That's the difference between the people that want and the people that don't. I tell people that all the time. Like, I know a bunch of people that make music, and, you know, that's cool, and good music is good music. But like at the end of the day, like you hear all the people that made it and all their stories and stuff. Like when they talk about like sleeping in their car, not having no money, and like, you know, all that, like
never giving up.
They did the process. You got to do the process. You can't halfway do the process. You can't
performing
skip.
in strip malls.
Like you can't skip the process. You can't jump the line. Like, you have to do the work. The universe ain't gonna let you just get it. You got to do the work. And if you get it, you got to make up for the work. You know what I'm
You got to extend your hand down too, and make sure you're pulling someone up. When you
Even Brad Pitt had to dress up like a chicken one time when he was like really poor, like trying to make it as an actor, and he was like he had to dress up like a chicken. He was a sign spinner.
Is that why he dressed up as a chicken in shoot, what's the movie? Johnny Knoxville movies.
I have no idea.
Jackass.
Jackass?
He made an appearance, and it was just a guy in a chicken suit riding a skateboard, and it just said Brad Pitt, and everyone's like, yeah, right, it's not Brad Pitt. And then at the end of the scene, he takes the head off, and it's Brad Pitt.
Yeah, so one of his first jobs when he moved to LA, he was like really young, was dressing up like a chicken and
That's so funny. I didn't know that
sign
was
spinning.
That's funny. That's funny you said about her hanging the banner off the bridge. I was thinking about doing that on the University Bridge over there where they walk. Man, there'd be traffic stop there every day.
And
then do it as a QR code, because if it stopped traffic, you could just...
Oh, the one that's on... by that HEB too. That walking.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the one you're talking about.
Oh, University used to be right there.
I got you.
Or maybe like a random QR code, like a gorilla QR code that's just all over the place. No words, nothing. But every time you do, it's a pre-save button. It just automatically.
Yeah, there was that Super Bowl ad. That's just that QR code.
I'm a QR code believer. We got QR codes for everything.
Thanks, COVID.
QR codes are the truth. And we did a whole bunch of stuff like that, a little different. Like, we did billboards this time. We had 3 billboards, 2 in Waco.
That was impressive.
1 off 35. Appreciate it. I feel like the billboards are cool. The billboards win. Like, I knew the billboards would be received well, but the best thing about the billboards is posting about the billboards.
No, I was 100% going to say the billboard is cool and all, but posting about the billboard.
And we got drone footage of all of them that are going to be in this clip stuff coming up that we got coming. And it's like the actual footage and posting about it did way more. Like, I got people in all the way down to like blogs, like popular blogs in the hip hop scene have been calling me and talking like, oh, yeah, these billboards and blah, blah. Like, they see that. They understand that because billboards in their city are $3,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, bro, how you got 3? Like, they don't understand. So, we definitely trying to keep trying new things like that. Keep in their face.
That's amazing, man. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. We got some questions for you, man.
Wrap up the show with our rapid fire questions. So we're going to go back and forth, just kind of like, learn a little bit more about you, but a little bit more about like what you're, more about you than you would just talk about right now. So
can we call this section the rapid fire, like WRAPIT?
Rapid fire. What?
Rapid fire. Come on, it's good.
We'll workshop that later.
Yeah.
All right. So question 1, if you could collaborate on a song with anybody in the universe that is alive, let's be realistic, who would it be?
Anybody?
Yes.
Mike Dean.
Okay.
Producer from Texas who now produces for everybody from Kanye and everybody else. But he was a big piece of the Texas sound. He produced some of my favorite stuff from Texas, and now he's produced some of everybody's favorite stuff because he does mainstream stuff. But Mike Dean.
All right, Mike Dean. So you watched the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. What did you think of that halftime show?
Amazing. I actually went back and rewatched it today, and I feel like today it even hit me even better because I was like not surrounded by people, and it was just like me watching it. Like, you know what I mean? Yep. Yeah. Like today, I was like, man, like it's crazy because I did a thing one time where you named the 3 albums that I would take, and one of them is The Chronic 2001. So like they're up there killing it.
Yeah, man. Know? So my question is, who do you think should have also been on that stage?
Who should have also been on that stage?
Tupac.
Oh well, come on.
Of course, man. Of course, there would have been nobody better to be there but Tupac. Alive. Alive. Nah, man. You
think it was a perfect selection of choices?
I think. I mean, to be honest with you, Mary J. Blige wasn't really like I understand a female and a singer, and she's legendary, of course, not taking it away from her. But like in that group of people, I just didn't really see the tie there, except for like some Dr. Dre production, maybe.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, I think you're right. Tupac, you can't add nobody. I mean, if Tupac could have been there, it would have been game over. They should have hologrammed him.
I was thinking
hologram coming.
I was thinking that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Next question, Katie.
All right. If anybody could be featured on one of your songs, anybody, like any popular artist, like came and said, "Hey, I want to do kind of like a remix and be, do a feature on one of the songs," who would it be?
2 Chainz.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent
2 Chainz.
choice.
2 Chainz is amazing. He's fire.
It's a solid answer.
Yeah. What you got?
Okay. What restaurant in Waco are we sleeping on that we need to know about?
What restaurant are y'all sleeping on?
We can say McLennan County.
Yeah, McLean County.
Nah, man, we're gonna stick in Waco. I'll be on. Oh man, it's tough.
You can name more than one if you like.
Nah, man. I say the thing that I've been going after the most here lately is whatever the pizza place is in Union Hall. What's it called?
Gosh,
Is it Village?
Slice Village?
Something like that.
That pizza is good.
Bro, the veggie pizza from there, the whatever it is, it's just all the veggies on it. Man, it is fire.
Yeah,
I really like
Sam,
that spot.
who runs that, he's a cool guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jacob definitely eats that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get the veggie one, bro.
The veggie one.
Yeah,
All
you
right,
gotta get the
I'm
veggie
on
one.
it.
It's
I'm
really,
hungry
really
now.
good. Okay.
Okay. Next question would be, who are you listening to right now?
Ooh, right now, a lot of like positive stuff, I guess. Like I listen to like Ty Verdes, you know what I'm talking about? That's how you say his name. And like this new dude I be seeing online, his name's like Anise or Ines or something like that. But I don't even know how to say his name. But he be going hard to listen to him like every day right now. And then of course like my favorites, like I always jam a lot of Maxo Cream. He's from Houston. I jam a lot of Maxo Cream. But to be honest, man, actually, man, if I'm gonna be honest, those are the people I would play that aren't really from like local. But if I'm gonna be honest, the main stuff I listen to is people that have been sending stuff into the reviews and previews.
Okay.
Oh,
No cap.
No kidding.
No cap. Like I've been riding around listening to Lamar Is Gone. He's somebody who won a private session. His music is amazing. I've been riding around jamming Drew Santana. None of his music is even out yet. I've been riding around jamming Young Ace and Northside Nino and It's AB and everybody who's been sending into the reviews and previews. Like if they got hard music, like I add it to my playlist. I ride around and jam it, and because it's something about music that not everybody knows is always fire to me. And then just the fact that they sent it and I actually took the time to listen to it. I'm real bad about not taking the time to listen to music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like new music comes out all the time and I never get to check it out. Like it has to come across somewhere for me to make contact, for them to be like, oh yeah, that's fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm never just like going out listening to stuff. So to sit down doing reviews and previews, we're doing twice a week live and we get tons of submissions, 20, 30, 40 submissions. We get a lot of submissions. So I'm always getting new music. And I would say that is in the past 3 weeks, that's what I've been listening to the most.
Amazing.
For sure.
Cool. All right. Go a little bit quicker with the rapid fire. What was your first concert?
Oh, my first concert? Ooh. Who was my first concert? Damn.
Brooks and Dunn.
Mine was Dashboard Confessional.
Man, it's got to be somebody country, right? I mean, I guess I'm from West, so you know what I'm saying.
Frozen at
We got
West Fest.
West Fest. Come on, man. I've been going to West Fest since I was an infant. So,
McBride and the Ride.
yeah, like I the first one that I like remember that I remember being like, oh yeah, this is live would probably be like when I was old enough to move around on my own, 19 with my own vehicle and moving around going places. I would say there was one year we used to go to the Heat Wave every year. We used to go to Heat Wave every year. It's a big car show, huge car show. They used to have a big concert. They don't really do the concert like that, like they used to. But man, the Heat Wave, like the first year I went to the Heat Wave show, there was all kinds of people out there. Most of them Texas, but tons of people out there. And that was super live. I seen Ice Cube and everybody out there.
What?
Yeah. Like the Heat Wave was a big show.
That's
Super
awesome.
dope. Yeah.
All right. Final question. Favorite cartoon as a kid?
Oh, favorite cartoon as a kid.
The hard-hitting questions.
Yeah,
Jacob.
I only ask the hard-hitting questions.
That's the ones. He has the ones. My favorite, Ninja Turtles for sure.
Yes.
For sure.
Favorite Ninja
There's
Turtle.
only one answer.
Michelangelo.
Duh.
I still to this day have all my Ninja Turtles, bro. Like,
Whoa, no way.
Yeah, all up. I got the van. I got everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
no cap.
jealous.
No
I was too
cap.
poor to have all the toys.
Well, awesome. Well, I really want to kind of close this out by listening to a song of yours.
All right.
Your single, Cake, would that be all right?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
All right, roll that tape, Mike. Thanks for coming on, Pirscription.
Man, I appreciate y'all. For real, for real.
Keep cooking. Holy moly, okie dokie, little mama got the cakes. I can wait, she can wait. Preheat the oven before she bakes. She pat a cake, make me tell Miss Patty wait. I can't wait, just a taste. Leave the icing on the face. Holy moly, okie dokie, little mama got the cakes. I can wait, she can wait. Preheat the oven before she bakes. She pat a cake, make me tell Miss Patty wait. I can't wait, just a taste. Leave the icing on the face like Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, Sarah Lee, tryna make her mine. I need that cake. She got that cake. Wait, I need that. Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, Sarah Lee, tryna make her mine. I need that cake. She got that cake. Wait, she just twerk it. She don't ever do no bitch. Mama got the cakes, know what she doing in the kitchen. Ass out, apron on, looking like she porno filming. This a cooking show produced by Pirscription. Cut! Need all hands on deck. Mama ass about to pop out. Stir the pot with her top out. You know, she working with a lot now. Cake. All around. Time I go off like... Now her cake's out. Holy moly, okie dokie, little mama got the cakes. I can wait, she can wait. Preheat the oven before she bakes. She pat a cake, make me tell Miss Patty wait. I can't wait, just a taste. Leave the icing on the face. Holy moly, okie dokie, little mama got the cakes. I can wait, she can wait. Preheat the oven before she bakes. She pat a cake, make me tell Miss Patty wait. I can't wait, just a taste. Leave the icing on the face like Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, Sarah Lee, tryna make her mine. I need that cake. She got that cake. Wait, I need that. Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, Sarah Lee, tryna make her mine. I need that cake. She got that cake. Wait.
Keep Waco Loud, the podcast, is produced by Oni-chan Productions. Our theme music is by Fish Hands. If you like what you hear, you should check them out on Bandcamp. Please be sure to subscribe to this podcast, and if you really like us, give us a 5-star rating. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or check out our website, where you can buy merch or even see some local events coming up. Thanks again for tuning in.
This has been a Rogue Media podcast.